As you see it, what is the most pressing issue facing DeKalb County today, and how do you propose fixing this problem? You have 2 minutes.
Maybe we haven't quite seen the problem yet, and I think that's what we're seeing nationally throughout our economy. I think it's important when we're seeing economic conditions deteriorate the way they have been, that we must control spending, and we have to hold the line on taxes. I think anyone that has been watching the property tax bills in recent years in DeKalb County will testify to the fact that those taxes have been steadily going up, and it's putting undue stress on many households. In the 11th district, as an example, many senior citizens on fixed incomes are finding it very difficult under the current property tax structure to meet those obligations and to meet the obligations of everyday life. And we've got to be able to hold that line on spending and hold the line on taxes, in my view, based upon what we're seeing today. I think as we look down the line, I think the viability of agriculture in this county is very important. We have to maintain an infrastructure where our farmers can get their crop to elevators, to market. I think that as growth continues around our municipalities, there's pressure upon farmers in terms of the practices that they use. I've always been an ardent supporter of freedom to farm. And so I think the viability of agriculture, I think as we look toward the future, is going to be very important and an issue that we're going to have to address. And I think the current Unified Comprehensive Plan is a solid way of doing that, and fully supported that when I was a member of the DeKalb County Regional Planning Commission.
He is correct that the economy national issue is affecting us here at home as well. However, specifically what I've noticed here in DeKalb County, what I think would be the biggest issue would probably be the increase I've noticed in crime. You open the Chronicle, read the police blotter, seems to be getting longer and longer. I decided to stay out here in DeKalb County, to make DeKalb County my home, because it's a nice, quiet area. And what I like to see is that offenders have the chance to go to criminal diversion programs. I would like to see them pay restitution. I would like to see these nonviolent offenders get a job, follow strict court orders, and keep our community safe. Because even though the economy is hurting us, it will hurt us, but I would like to see the crime rate go down in our area.
How will you work with members of your own party as well as your opponent's party to accomplish what is best for DeKalb County?
Well, when we talk about partisan politics, the good thing is, when we think of partisan politics, I think of them more on a national level, on a state level. They're battling out, and you have both candidates, Obama and McCain, saying, I'm going to reach across the aisle. That's nice and all. But here in the county, we all have to live in the same area here. We all have to get together, and we all have to be able to communicate with each other. When you go to these county board meetings, they're not yelling at each other. They're not separating themselves from each other. If you were out here earlier before this event, you saw the intermingling of Republicans and Democrats. Me and Mark Todd were talking about how we wish to cover in the playoffs right now. So it's not like we can't get together. There's one common goal we have, and that's to make DeKalb County a better place. It's not whose party is going to take control, whether the Democrats are right or the Republicans right. It's not about that. It's about what's right for our community.
I would echo those same thoughts. I think it's important that regardless of Republican and Democrat, we do work together. Try to find common ground on those issues when we can. There's always going to be disagreement. That's just group dynamic, and especially in a political environment, that's going to happen. I think the main thing is that there's a level of respect and an open communication when you do disagree. I think that's important. And I'll
Current salaries and pensions for government employees are running ahead of private sector employees. Should there be a cap imposed on these salaries and pension benefits?
Well, the short answer would be yes. But I think that salaries, benefits for governmental employees should not outpace what we see in the private sector. Whether caps it would be the proper way to go. That I'm not sure. I think that would take the need to study, and but one fear that I have and concern that I have is when you see governmental salaries and benefits far outpacing what we're seeing in the private sector, whether it be professional level or blue-collar positions in the county.
Absolutely, there should be. Take a guess about what my raise was this year. 0. I did not get a raise this year because of what's going on with the economy, with our states, with the budget, and the money that we're getting. What happened at my company is that we lost half of our clinical staff, so which means I get to do more work for less money. So, and at the same time, you're seeing certain bureaucrats, government employees, and individuals like that getting astonishing raises, and it needs to be put in check. While people are either losing their jobs, being laid off, not getting compensation for the work that they're doing, we have our power rates are going up, our taxes are going up. So for the citizens, they're just trying to get by. Some of us just paycheck to paycheck. Obviously, it's an insult to see raises like you're talking about.
Thank you.